The Warrior 1400X is one of our most popular machines because of its size, the screening capacity, the high aggression of the screen box, and its ability to be used in multiple different applications. I'm Harry from Blue Machinery. If you've not heard of Blue Machinery before, we're the specialists in material handling and processing machinery in the UK. Today we're taking a deep dive into the Powerscreen Warrior 1400X scalping screen. The Warrior 1400X is a flexible screening machine aimed at operators who require high-performing, heavy-duty, versatile machinery that's also easy to transport. Today we're going to have a look at the spec of the machine, we're going to have a wander around the unit in the yard, we're going to have a look at some case studies on our customers and how they use the machines, and we're also going to have a look at a competitor comparison against a machine in the industry. Come with me. Okay, so as you can see behind me, we've got the Warrior 1400X in the yard being loaded to go out to a customer. This machine boasts lots of brilliant features, some including its 27.5 ton weight. It's got a 12 by 4.5 screen box. It's got a throughput potential of 500 plus tons, and it's got the ability to put both belts coming out of one side. So in a small yard, you can put it up against a fence or a wall, and you'll be able to put it so it's running two materials into one way. So with the Warrior 1400X, there's a variety of different materials that you could use the machine for. You could use it for aggregates in behind a crusher and a quarry. You could use it for tipped material straight through, as its heavy duty feeder would be able to cope with any material that you put through it. You'd also be able to use it for the likes of road planings, small materials, or even fine materials such as topsoil or anything else. So one of the brilliant features of the Warrior 1400X is, as you can see, the screen box sits in between the two belts. This has the ability to rise up as far as you can see onto the rams on the right hand side and the left hand side. That gives the ability to change mesh quickly and easily for any operator that's using it. So the Warrior 1400X sits in the middle of the range, so we've got smaller machines and we've got bigger machines when it comes to scalpers, but the 1400X would be one of our most popular machines when it comes to scalping screens. The Warrior 1400X is one of our most popular machines because of its size, the screening capacity, the high aggression of the screen box, and its ability to be used in multiple different applications. Powerscreen has a fantastic name in the industry, has good quality build, great residual value when you come to either trade it in or sell the machine. Yeah, I sold a Warrior 1400X into a company who do road planings. So they take off the oversized road planings from the jobs, crush it first, and then they screen it back down into smaller sizes to be reused on their jobs afterwards. So they're not only having the material coming back from the job to be used, they can use the other material when it's crushed and sized to the right size by using the Warrior 1400X. The customers find the screen box size, being 12 by 4.5, is a good size, but it's still compact enough at its 27.5 ton weight. It can be used to be on different jobs, or it can stay on one site just doing one job for its whole life, which we do get some customers that would do that. As I said earlier, when we were in the yard, there's many different applications that the Warrior 1400X could be on. One particular in the summer months would be topsoil. So the aggression of the box, the 1400X boasts a lot more aggression than some of the machines on the market. Throw with around 10 to 12 mil, which some other ones would be around the 8 to 10 mil mark. So the more aggression, the more material that you would get through. So we have some customers who run plant hire companies who would have a Warrior 1400X in their fleet. So they'd be able to use it on a recycled yard, doing various different materials, or they can also put it into a quarry application where it will hold its own, running against in behind crushers, and even on its own, creating different types of material all across the quarry. So I had a customer who purchased a Warrior 1400X for a site that they had limited space and access on. So the 1400X, still being able to be brought in by a low loader, was a perfect size, and we then converted the machine to be running with 2 conveyors out of one side. So like we'd said in the yard, you could use that to be able to run up against either a fence or a wall, and it's the ability to use it in that situation creates a lot less space than having the 3 belts, 2 out of one side and 1 at the front. So one bit of customer feedback that we had on the old models of machines was the chassis riser that you'd seen in the yard. So getting the machine to be a high level when you're going onto sites where the ground's bad and you can't get much level on it. So you'd have the machine and itself then being a little bit higher than the site that you're going onto. So that's a definite thing that some people had said that's a big difference that we would have, especially speccing them with a chassis riser as standard. So in this we're going to start a new section on how the Warrior 1400X compares to some of the similar machines in the market. There's lots of different features on the 1400X and the Warriors in general that do stand out in comparison to any of the competitor machines in the market. Some of those things would be faster setup times. So we've had comparisons against competitor machines, and where a 1400X would take 15 minutes to set up, the competitor machine might take half an hour or longer. There's a larger screen box stroke on a Warrior 1400X, so the aggression is a lot more. As I said in the earlier piece, the 1400X boasts between 10 to 12 mil throw, and some on other ones that we've looked at compared to around 8 to 10 mil, which makes a big difference when you're trying to screen clay-based materials and wet materials. The belts on a 1400X compared to some models are wider, so some would be 800 mil on a competitor model, whereas the 1400X is 900 mil. In a health and safety aspect, all setup, so folding and pinning conveyors, are done from low level positions, which makes a big difference for us when we're selling a machine, because it's the ability to be able to tell people that's what you do, because we understand that health and safety is a big thing for a lot of customers these days, if not all customers. So being able to set it up and do that from low level creates the ability not to have to climb up and over the machine to be able to set it up in that quick time. The screen media, as we viewed outside, the screen box can lift to a high level to be able to change media and move media from in and out of the machine easily. That creates the operator or the engineer a lot more time, a lot more space to be able to do the job without having to crawl into tight spaces, which again can be classed as working in tight spaces, which we know is difficult for some customers. Thanks again for watching this video on the Warrior 1400X. If you like what you've seen, click the link below to speak to one of our experts on these machines. And if you like what you've seen, don't forget to like, follow and subscribe for more content to come.